A heads up for you this morning if you had plans to attend the Longview Christmas Parade. An update from organizers just ahead.
And a new Texas law could change how some medications are dispensed, but not everyone's agreeing on this. Coming up, we'll show you how it works and why some East Texas pharmacists are concerned.
And the Concord Rosenwald School is about to celebrate 100 years of history and community. Coming up, our guest will share with you why this Rusk County landmark is so special.
And we'll have to watch CBS19 live radar throughout the day for some additional rain chances. We'll take a look at all the details coming up in your full forecast. So stay right there because Morning Y'all on CBS19 Plus starts right now.
Together, we're putting East Texas first. You're watching Morning Y'all on CBS19 Plus.
Well, the city of Longview is postponing its Christmas parade to next Tuesday at 6:30 due to the rain and the wind. Safety was top priority for city leaders. Meanwhile, the Rose City Christmas Parade and drone show is still set for tonight, though a final decision on that will be made at the latest by noon today. Good morning, y'all. Thanks so much for staying with us here on CBS 19 Plus. I'm Jesus Martinez.
Yes, we're so glad you're with us this morning. I'm Dana Dixon. A lot of folks had to deal with fog as they headed into work this morning, and the streets, they were slick out there as well, and we're not done with the rain yet, Joel.
Right, yeah, the rain as of this morning is going to start to kind of get going again, so we have to watch CBS 19 live radar pretty closely. Then we have a little bit of a bigger band of rain heading into the area for this afternoon. We're tracking it all on CBS 19 live radar for this morning. Rain again starting to kind of make its way out of the area, but we'll start to see some additional showers kind of regenerate as we head into the next couple of hours here, with a bigger band of rain again set to arrive sometime after 10 o'clock this morning. So we'll keep an eye on that very closely. Very dreary day outside as we look south out of Roberts and Roberts Can. We got 43 degrees out in Tyler, also 37 degrees is what it feels like with that north-northeast wind of 12 miles per hour. And those temperatures here across the area are ranging from the low 40s to the middle 40s. We got 45 in Crockett, 42 in Jacksonville, 45 in Center, and 41 in Gilmer and Mineola. So definitely bundle up out there. We're not going to be getting much warmer than that. For this afternoon, we'll see temperatures around 45, northeast winds 5 to 15 miles per hour. Today is a weather impact alert day for those impactful weather conditions, and then we are going to be expecting some much drier and sunnier weather. Also warmer weather could be way above average. We'll take a look at that 7-day coming up.
All right, Joel, thanks so much. The city of Longview is pushing back its annual Christmas parade, which was scheduled for tonight because of the threat of the wind and rain tonight. And the parade will not be scheduled for next Tuesday at 6:30. City leaders say postponing wasn't an easy choice, but forecasts showed a chance of rainy weather tonight that could have disrupted preparations and even the parade itself. Organizers wanted to make sure the event was safe and enjoyable for everyone, and that means waiting for better weather to keep the holiday spirit shining bright. Meanwhile, the Rose City Christmas Parade and drone show is still expected to go on as planned tonight, despite some rain in the forecast. However, that could change. Parade organizers say a final decision on whether or not to move forward with the event will be made at or before noon. That parade starts at 6:30 tonight and will go through Christus Trinity Mother Frances Rose Stadium. And I'll have the honor to MC Tyler's Christmas Parade for a second year now. So hopefully this weather cooperates, and hope to see you all out there tonight. A new state law taking effect today could change how some Texans manage their health.
Yeah, ivermectin, a drug once the center of the COVID controversy, will soon be available over the counter. CBS 19's Ayana Aird explains what that means for East Texans.
Several new Texas laws take effect Thursday, including House Bill 25, which makes ivermectin available over the counter without a prescription.
I do think it will have an effect in East Texas because there is a very large population here that leans more into like alternative medicine and stuff like that.
Ivermectin is an anti-parasitic medication used to treat a range of parasitic infections.
It is primarily used in vets and in animals, but it can be used in humans for things like lice, scabies, stuff like that.
Supporters say the bill expands medical freedom. Representative Cody Harris, who co-authored the law, says ivermectin is a safe medication when used appropriately and that access to it should be a personal choice for Texans.
There are so many different beneficial uses for it that I thought, anytime we put power back into the hands of people, it's a good thing to do. So proud to get that one done.
With it going over the counter, there's going to be a little bit less regulation. So that's kind of unnerving. But I feel like if we as pharmacists are educating the people who come in.
Ivermectin became a point of controversy during the COVID-19 pandemic. One thing to note is that it is not FDA approved as an antiviral or for treating viruses like COVID-19.
But I do like the fact that it's allowing people to kind of take control of their own health and make decisions about their own health.
Pharmacist Caitlin Nuon at Tyler RX Pharmacy says she expects to see an increase in demand here in East Texas.
And again, especially because we're so small, I think it'll be helpful because we actually have the time to sit and talk to people and educate them about it.
You know, for all of our small pharmacies, our mom and pop pharmacies who are struggling to keep the doors open, hopefully this is another opportunity for them to keep thriving in our little local communities.
For CBS 19, I'm Ayana Aird.
Other bills that take effect today are House Bill 4, Texas' new congressional map, while the Supreme Court decides whether it can be used for the 2026 elections. House Bill 7 to allow people to sue those who manufacture, prescribe, or distribute abortion-inducing drugs with limited exceptions. And this includes potential awards of at least $100,000. House Bill 8 will replace the STAR test with 3 shorter exams starting in the 2027-28 school year. And Senate Bill 8 bans transgender Texans from using bathrooms in government buildings that align with their gender identity. 10 minutes after 7, it's time for your morning headlines now. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth is facing renewed questions about his use of a personal cell phone to relay military information earlier this year. Sources tell CBS News that the Pentagon's Inspector General found Hegseth put U.S. service members at risk by sharing sensitive details about an active bombing mission in Yemen using a Signal, that's a messaging app. Now, on X last night, Hegseth called the report a total exoneration. A doctor who admitted to giving ketamine to actor Matthew Perry just weeks before his death is headed to prison. Yesterday, a federal judge sentenced Dr. Salvador Plasencia to 2.5 years for his role in the death of the beloved Friends star. Perry died in 2023. Plasencia is the first of 5 defendants to be sentenced in the case. And Hawaii is taking TikTok to court. The state filed a lawsuit against the app's parent company, ByteDance, saying it built TikTok to be addictive. The lawsuit seeks to stop what the state calls deceptive practices and enforce stronger safeguards. And Samsung has unveiled its Galaxy Z tri-fold phone. Look at that. The ultra-thin device unfolds twice to reveal a 10-inch screen. Look how thin it is. It has enhanced AI features in the Gemini app, and customers will be able to get a 6-month trial on Google AI Pro. You can find the Galaxy Z tri-fold early next year. I always wonder how that works with the screen. I need to see it up close and personal.
At that point, it's an iPad.
All right.
10 inches.
Okay, now we're going to get you into the holiday spirit. A Berryville family is turning their home into a holiday hotspot, and they're inviting everyone to come enjoy the Christmas magic.
Yeah, you can imagine after months of work, their festive light is finally shining bright for everyone to see it. Here's a sneak peek. CBS 19's Robert De La Garza shows us how this holiday spirit light is lighting up their neighborhood.
I think the first thing I said was like, that's crazy to see this light show like on such a small road like this, like down in Berryville, you know, you don't see stuff like that a lot, so.
I really wanted it to be something like an event and have the best thing would say is just walk away and say, wow.
I like it and it's super pretty.
Well, each one of those lights has its own little circuit board. I'd say there's probably about 5,000.
I mean, it's unbelievable. You know, we definitely didn't expect anything like this, and it's really bringing the Christmas spirit.
It looks like some people are trying to spread some Christmas cheer to everybody.
It's almost as if you could see a song. You can see lights or you could hear something, but when you put them together, that's where it touches people.
Oh no, I immediately looked at him and I was like, pull the car around, park, like I want to look at it, turn the music up louder, I wanted to get a bunch of videos, so it was really cool.
Because the simplest things could change someone's world. So I just wanted it to be something that would instill emotion in some manner. And then it just grew and grew and grew. I threw in a song called The Christmas Shoes. which is about a little boy that wants to buy these shoes, and his mom is very sick. Basically, the reason I did that is because my mom died the day after Christmas in 1997. I looked at all of the great things that she did for me, and I always thought that I would make that holiday something to honor her and just enjoy what she did for me.
What a great legacy.
man.
I love that. It's so cool.
It is. So Joel told us a fun fact about this.
Yes.
So we've heard of the show, The Great Christmas Light Fight.
Yes.
Your family has a little bit of part in that.
Yes, so it wasn't our light display, but we were asked, or my dad was really asked to voice an animated snowman on the light display.
Cool.
So that aired on the Great Christmas Light Fight back in 2019. So yeah, it was pretty cool.
Joel's dad is famous.
He is
That's
famous.
right.
Runs in the family.
Pretty cool.
All right, well, check this out. Titus County first responders are getting into the holiday spirit. The Mount Pleasant Police Department, along with other agencies, gave Titus County kids a chance to shop with a first responder. Officers, firefighters, and even deputies helped about 120 kids pick out a gift at Walmart so they could cross toys out and make Christmas a little bit better, especially off that Christmas list. They say it's a great opportunity to get to know the kids and the community that they serve in.
Aw, thankful for all that they
Right.
do. All right, the holidays, you know, they wouldn't be the same without music. I love it. Whether it's classic carols, some upbeat pop hits, or the songs that make you feel nostalgic for years gone by. It reminds us of cozy evenings by the Christmas tree with family, friends. So those holiday songs really set the mood. So today we want to know, what is your favorite Christmas song? Do you have one?
Ooh.
Joel's ready.
Yes.
I'm ready too.
Carol of the Bells by Trans-Siberian Orchestra. That's
Okay.
such an
There you go.
epic,
So specific.
epic
It
song.
is. It's very dramatic.
It
Oh,
is.
I love it.
Mine is Nat King Cole's the Christmas song.
Is it? Mine's going to be Jingle Bell Rock.
Really?
Oh, that's a good one.
It has a good memory because, you know, as a kid, we would do little performances in schools and dances. So that was our first one in, I think it was pre-K or kindergarten. That was the song our class danced to.
that's fun.
I dressed up as Santa Claus, and they stuffed like stuffing in like under my shirt, and I was like a real Santa Claus with glasses, and we're doing like the rock version of Jingle Bell Rock.
That's so cute.
So it has a good memory. I had my little cane, and I was swinging it and everything. We did a whole performance out there.
I just love the way the Christmas song, a lot of people have done it, but I don't know, Nat King Cole's is definitely the best. His smooth, silky voice and chestnuts roasting on an open fire. I want to do that.
Yeah,
I've never
right.
roasted chestnuts on an open fire, but maybe one day.
Got to speak into existence.
That's right.
Along with the song.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys go over to our Facebook page and tell us what you think your favorite song is. We do have a couple already. Zach says he likes Joy to the World. Actually, Zach has commented a number of times, and he likes a lot of songs.
It's all we hear in the newsroom right now.
Thank
Not
goodness.
complaining, not complaining, though.
Thank you, Zach. All right, well, this weather, a little something to complain about. You know, it's not the nicest.
Right, yeah, it's cold, it's a little foggy out there, so definitely want to take it easy on the roadways this morning, but all in all, not looking too bad timing-wise as you go over to Dallas and over to Shreveport. We got 2 hours over to Dallas and an hour and 30 minutes over to Shreveport so far. US 69. Also pretty quiet so far this morning, 2.5 hours up to Denison and an hour and 30 minutes down to Lufkin so far this morning. Jacksonville to Nacogdoches, that'll take you about 55 minutes, 40 minutes from Tyler to Longview. Also Tyler to Palestine, that'll be about 55 minutes for you this morning. And Tyler to Athens, that'll be about 45 minutes so far this morning. Not really looking at too much rain here on our CBS19 live radar, perhaps a couple of showers further to the north of Dallas. We'll have a chance to get in a little bit more of a broad area of rain heading into this afternoon. Just going to be contending with the fog, down to 3-mile visibilities in some parts of the area. So again, want to make sure you are being careful. Yellow lights for the fog this morning. Yellow lights will continue all the way through this afternoon. This time for rain. Watch out for slick roadways and of course those cold conditions, only up to 45 today.
It's our turn. All righty, here we go. Big celebration is just days away for the Concord Rosenwald School, marking 100 years of history, heritage, and community, and it's located in the southeastern part of Rusk County. You may remember CBS19 has done some stories on this school, which is one of the few remaining Rosenwald schools still standing. And to mark this grand occasion, something special, really special, is taking place coming up this weekend. Alpheus Moss, president of the Concord High School Alumni Association, joins us live. We've been talking about the significance of the Rosenwald School, and for people who've never seen it, what makes it so special to the community?
It's special because there were a lot of sacrifices. They even talk about double taxation because the blacks had to build their own schools back in the 1920s when the school was built. The county and state did not build schools for blacks. The blacks had schools in churches and any building they could find. So the Rosenwald Building Fund came along and gave us a boost, and in order to actually erect 450 schools in Texas because of the Rosenwald Fund.
And this one is still standing, but there's work that needs to be done on it, because one day the goal really is to make it a museum so people can see and learn more about the history.
Yes,
we're
in the process of restoring the school. We have a $760,000 project, about 25% complete. We've gotten help from grants with the Texas Historical Commission and donations from our alumni and so forth. So we are planning on turning this into a museum that everyone in East Texas can come out and see and understand how black education survived in the 1920s.
Yeah, that's so important. It's an important part of our history to tell. And how are you raising money to do that? Because I know there's people that are watching this right now and they say, you know, I want to give to this and I want to help out to make sure that our history survives for years to come.
Well, we're asking for donations. We're getting grant funding. You can make a donation to CHSAA, 505 Bastrop Street, number 309 in Houston, Texas, 77003.
You're also selling a few things, right? With your upcoming event?
On Saturday, we created a medallion that represents the 100-year anniversary. And also, we're in the process of getting a historical marker.
Oh, great.
But we waited this late date in 2025 to celebrate the 100th anniversary because we were waiting on a Texas historical marker.
Yeah.
And it never came.
So we're still waiting.
We found out 2 days ago that it's in the mail.
Okay.
So, but it probably won't be here in time to install it on Saturday, so we'll have to come back at a later date.
What time are you guys going to be out there Saturday for anybody who wants to come by and help you celebrate this monumental anniversary of 100 years?
We'll be starting at 11 a.m. at 19447 FM 95 South. It's about 6 miles east of Mount Enterprise.
All right. It sounds like it's going to be a wonderful occasion with so much more to come in the years to come as you continue to restore this school. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I appreciate you coming down.
Sure, thank you.
All right. We'll be right back. We're going to break away here in just a few minutes for a package. But first, let's see sports.
It's time for CBS19 Sports.
Morning, y'all. Dan Millay with your sports here. Appreciate you joining us. Football runs our lives from Friday to Sunday here in East Texas, yet somehow the reach the sport has is still growing. And in Marshall, it's bringing new opportunities in 2027.
You know, for decades, players have been coming down this hill to take the football field here at ETBU in Marshall, Texas. And that'll stay the same this next year. But they'll be joined by a new breed of player and led by someone who could have just graduated.
I turned 23 like a week and a half ago.
Maddie Milton is a softball player, but she knows athletics.
I've worked in sports performance doing like athletic training and stuff for probably 3 years now, so I knew I liked that route of stuff, working with different athletes.
And that was enough for the coach she looked up most to.
For this opportunity came up and I didn't really think about it, and then I sat down with my former softball coach, but she was like, you could do this.
And that was enough for her.
So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try. And so I started researching the sport, watching more about it, and interviewed, and yeah.
She got the job of introducing women's flag football to ETBU.
I don't think it's fully set in yet that I'm going to be starting my own program here of a new sport.
And just minutes after the interview, she hosted a recruit to fill a roster of girls that haven't had the opportunity to play the sport in the state that loves it the most.
We've gotten so much feedback and excitement, actually. I actually partner with a company called 5v5 to go around to different schools to just talk about our program at ETBU. You know, this is an opportunity that, 2 years ago, these girls had no clue about flag football in Texas.
And when she's not recruiting, she's watching film, because football's in the name, but flag football.
There's been a few differences learning, like, flag guarding, what that looks like, what that means. There's a couple different places on the field that are no run zones where you have to throw the ball, things like that. So it's been a lot of YouTube, honestly, a lot of TikTok watching.
Because starting a college football team in the Lone Star State is nothing to take lightly.
You know, the recruits I've talked to so far, I've told them it's going to be a challenge starting a program from scratch.
Especially for the girls who take it to heart so heavily.
It is just an incredible opportunity for young girls who maybe didn't grow up playing, the typical sports of volleyball, soccer, softball, things like that. It's just another door that's been open for them, and I'm super excited for the opportunities it's going to bring for girls who maybe never thought that college was an opportunity.
Jimmy Zierfoss, CBS 19.
All right, we're about to step away for a quick moment to do our over-the-air broadcast with a quick news update.
We'll be right back with more here on CBS 19 Plus. Good morning, y'all. I'm Dana Dixon.
And I'm Jesus Martinez. Thank you so much for joining us for this news update. The city of Longview is pushing back its annual Christmas parade, which was scheduled for tonight because of the threat of wind and rain tonight. The parade will now be next Tuesday at 6:30. City leaders say postponing wasn't an easy choice, but forecast showed a chance of rainy weather tonight, and that could have disrupted preparations and the parade itself. Organizers wanted to make sure the event is safe and enjoyable for everyone, and that means waiting for better weather to keep the holiday spirit shining bright. Meanwhile, the Rose City Christmas Parade and drone show is expected to go on as planned tonight, despite some rain in the forecast. However, that could change. Parade organizers say a final decision on whether or not to move forward with the event will be made at or before noon. The parade starts at 6:30 tonight. We'll go through Christus Trinity Mother Francis Rose Stadium, and I'll have the honor to MC tonight's parade for a second year now, so hope to see everyone out there.
Well, just days after warning they might have to shut down, the SPCA of East Texas says the community may have just pulled them back from the brink. After announcing a major funding crisis earlier this week, donations came pouring in, more than $133,000 in just 48 hours. Leaders tell us that money covers the immediate shortfall and keeps their doors open for now, especially as they continue caring for a number of stray and surrendered animals. They say the quick response shows how strongly East Texans feel about protecting pets in the region. The shelter expects demand to stay high heading into the new year, and they are still asking for support.
I think think it really shows how much East Texans care. They care about not just the animals, but the people who are caring for them. It's amazing. I think that people in East Texas just know how to respond when it matters the most. So we're just happy to be here.
The donations will get them into 2026, but calls for help don't stop. They are still asking anyone who can to give or support their programs. Well, it is a rainy day out there and foggy too, Joel, as people get ready to head out today. What can they expect?
Yeah, we got some rain that'll be on the increase for this morning and through this afternoon. We got a weather impact alert for you until 5 o'clock this evening. Look for wet roadways and, of course, some cold temperatures. We're only going to make it up to the 40s for today, so definitely have that winter weather gear ready, heavier coats, a rain gear if you decide to head out this afternoon. Here's future skycast. So again, we're talking about rain being a little bit on the increase. We'll start out with some scattered showers, and by the early parts of this afternoon, we'll start to see a little bit more of an organized system here with some heavy downpours in some locations. Although I think most of us will be seeing a steady light rain. Still will be a little bit impactful, and also rumbles of thunder still can't be ruled out completely. We'll start out in the 30s with a few clouds as we head into your Friday, and then we'll be up into the upper 40s to low 50s, and then from there it's a pretty dry forecast. From there we are going to be pretty dry all the way through the next 5 days and even into the next several days after that. Here's your 7-day forecast. We're going to be up into the 60s, mostly sunny, and then close to 70 by the middle of next week.
Bless you. Welcome back to Morning Y'all here at CBS 19 Plus.
Yeah, this is what's coming up in our second half hour. Newborn Texans could soon get $1,000 investment accounts. Coming up, we break down what that means for your family.
And walking down to the toy aisle can be overwhelming, but toy expert Chris Byrne, also known as the Toy Guy, says it's smarter to focus on a few quality gifts kids will really love. Coming up, we'll share his top picks this holiday season.
I miss doing that.
And coming up in your forecast, we got the latest on the rain chances heading into this afternoon. I'll show you all you need to know coming up in your forecast later this half hour.
Together, we're putting East Texas first. You're watching Morning Yo on CBS 19 Plus.
Good morning, y'all. I'm Dana Dixon.
And I'm Jesus Martinez. Thank you so much for joining us and stay with us here on CBS 19 Plus.
A Van Zandt County Commissioner is now facing charges after investigators say he crossed the line by impersonating a police officer during a dispute over gunfire. Deputies arrested Mitchell Curtis on Wednesday, accusing him of identifying himself as an officer and then telling a man to stop shooting on his own property back in June. The indictment also claims that Curtis used his county position to deny the man his lawful rights. Curtis is now out on bond. And Tyler police confirm a person hit by a train on Thanksgiving has now died. Officers say the victim was rushed to the hospital with life-threatening injuries but did not survive. The impact happened on the tracks near the Goodwill on Locust Street. Investigators are still working to reach the victim's family. Police are still working to learn how the person got on the tracks and what led to the collision.
Trinity ISD is asking for the community's help this morning in identifying the people caught on camera taking tools and equipment from a transportation yard early yesterday morning. Take a look at your screen. This is the video. The school district's police department says a small utility trailer along with a mower, a backpack blower, and other things were stolen. The investigation is still ongoing and anyone with information is asked to contact authorities.
Smith County's role in the 287G immigration program is causing ripples in the community. Now the local Democratic Party says it will skip this year's Tyler Christmas parade to show solidarity with the Hispanic and Latino families who say they feel targeted. Leaders say that the parades are meant to bring people together and this is their way of supporting their neighbors. Former Chairman Hector Garza says the community is still reeling and this was the moment to stand with them. The Trump administration is working on creating investment accounts for children. And now Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick wants Texas to get involved.
Yeah, the U.S. Treasury announced it will deposit $1,000 into investment accounts for children born between January 1st of this year and December 31st of 2026. And early this week, President Trump announced that Michael and Susan Dell pledged over $6 billion to Trump accounts. The Dell's gift will add an additional $250 to those accounts, and kids will be eligible based on the median income and the zip code of where they live. And Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick applauded the Trump accounts and the Dells and said adding to this will be his top priority for whenever lawmakers meet again in 2027. He's calling his plan the New Little Texans Savings Fund. Patrick says he wants to give newborn Texans an additional $1,000 each to be invested in the S&P 500, which would eventually be used for kids' education or other qualifying expenses. The Lieutenant Governor says this would cost the state about $400 million every year, and he wants to achieve this by amending the state constitution, which would require voter approval.
Authorities have released more information in the death investigation of a Texas A&M student who fell from a 17-story West Campus apartment balcony on Saturday in Austin. Now, the Austin Police Department will hold a press conference on the investigation later this morning. Yesterday, a well-known Houston lawyer announced that he's now representing the student's family. Attorney Tony Busby, who's been involved in numerous high-profile cases in Texas and nationally, plans to hold a news conference tomorrow in Houston with the parents of Breonna Aguilera, who are pushing for more answers. Police have said they do not suspect foul play or that Aguilera died of a homicide, pointing to the possibility of an accidental fall or suicide. You can stay connected to what's happening across the Lone Star State with Texas News Now. This is your daily statewide newscast that has top headlines, the stories that matter, and weather from every corner of Texas. Catch Texas News Now streaming weekdays at 11 a.m. or anytime on demand, only on CBS 19 Plus. Download the app on your smart TV for free.
From Family Foods is recalling 300 cases of its Bond Hill Farms Beefy Bowls frozen dog food. The company says the beef recipe may contain pieces of plastic. The recalled food was sold in over a dozen states and Canada in 16-ounce rolls with a best of day by December 25th, 2026. The company says this is the only item affected and the issue has been fixed. Now you should stop feeding it to your dog and return it to retailers. Thankfully, no injuries or illnesses have been reported so far. And if you plan on shipping any toys or other gifts this holiday season, you might want to plan ahead. The shipping deadline for USPS ground and first-class mail to be delivered in the U.S. before Christmas Day is in about 2 weeks. The priority mail deadline is December 18th. Now, that does not include addresses in Hawaii or Alaska. FedEx recommends you ship between December 17th and the 23rd for delivery, for home delivery, that is, by Christmas Eve on the 24th. And FedEx overnight same-day delivery, that is, will be available until December 24th. And UPS recommends you ship packages by December 19th for 3-day select or December 22nd or 23rd for second or next day air.
So much to remember.
A lot.
My goodness. Consumers looking for a merry and bright spot in their budgets this holiday season can find it at the gas pumps. Karen Kafa is in Washington with a look at what driving prices and how they're at their lowest levels right now.
It is rare that consumers get a pleasant surprise these days when it comes to their spending, but just in time for the holidays, gas prices have dipped below $3 a gallon across a broad swath of the country, and the trend may continue, analysts say, into the new year. A holiday treat for drivers.
We haven't seen gas prices this low since 2021, and we could continue to see that trend as we head into the holiday season.
AAA said the nationwide average for a gallon of regular gasoline dipped below the $3 mark this week for the first time since May 2021. And in some states, the average is even lower.
You've got high supply, lower demand. You've got a lower gasoline blend that's cheaper to produce. You combine all of that, you're going to get lower gas prices.
The major driver of gas prices, crude oil prices, has dropped significantly. In December 2022, 10 months after Russia invaded Ukraine and destabilized the global oil market, U.S. oil prices were around $81 per barrel. Lately, they're hovering around and below the $60 mark.
Crude oil prices this year have been relatively stable and relatively low. When you look at the national average across the board, starting in January of this year, it's been pretty much a flat line all year long, and that's very rare.
Both the U.S. and OPEC have upped their oil production in recent months, adding more supply to outpace demand. Another contributing factor, most pumps right now are filled with winter blend gasoline, which costs less to produce. And with the exception of the busy winter holiday periods, overall demand typically falls during winter. And analysts expect gas prices to stay low for holiday road trips. That's barring any wild cards like disruptions to supply or to refineries or unexpected changes in the global oil market. In Washington, I'm Karen Kafa.
All right, 7:42, you'll be walking into a winter wonderland if you step inside Christus Mother Frances Hospital this holiday season. That's because there's a festival of trees, not only to spread holiday joy, but also to raise money for vital programs. You can bid on these festive trees through December 15th. Now, they were decorated and donated by hospital team members, plus people in businesses in the community, and it's all to support the programs that the Christus Trinity Mother Frances Foundation, including the Children's Miracle Network, fund throughout the hospital and health systems. You can see these trees online or at the entrance of the hospital.
These trees have served as a beautiful reminder of the holiday spirit here in the hospital, because nobody wants to be in the hospital during the holidays, but having these beautiful reminders of Christmas is so special. But really, the main thing that we love about these trees is they benefit the pediatric services and the women's services that need it the most.
Now, each one of these glistening trees has a buy it now price of $1,000, or at the end of the auction, the highest bidder will take home one of these one-of-a-kind Christmas trees, like that gingerbread man right there. A link is available on CBS19.tv to view these Christus Festival of Trees online.
There was a Taylor Swift
There
tree
was
too.
one too,
So
and
cool.
an elf one. So many good ones.
Well, the hospital was also looking a little brighter outside thanks to a holiday tradition that brings out the kid in all of us.
3, 2, 1, Lily, light that tree! Yay! 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 3
That is my girl Lily. She did a great job. The big Christmas tree was officially lit by this year's miracle child. You met her recently, Lily Halifax. She had the honor of flipping on that switch. Kids in Santa hats filled the air with carols. The third graders from St. Gregory Cathedral School performed, and families cheered as the lights came on. Even Santa Claus stopped by, taking pictures and visiting with every child who wanted the chance to share their holiday wishes. Hospital leaders also used the moment to bless the season, making it a night full of joy, music, and Christmas magic. And who doesn't need a little magic in their lives?
Santa Claus coming in that fire truck too. All right, well, students in White House got a special holiday treat this week, a holiday shopping spree sponsored by Boston Law. Each student was given a set budget and spent Wednesday morning picking out gifts from toys to games and clothes. Yeah, even snacks. Why not? According to White House ISD, lunch was provided by West Irwin Church of Christ, making it a morning full of giving and holiday cheer. I love this time of year. All these communities come together. Chapel Hill did their shoe drive as well. Blue Santa's coming up right around the corner next week too. So
well, they say it's the season of giving.
It
and
is.
Texas does giving better than any place else.
That is true.
All right, calling all fast food lovers, if you haven't already heard, McDonald's has launched a Grinch meal this holiday season, which includes a new menu item, the Dill Pickle McShaker fries. I have got to try these. The fries come in the Grinch meal along with your choice of a Big Mac or a 10-piece McNugget. Much like McDonald's iconic Happy Meals, it comes with a prize, Grinch-themed holiday socks. It is sock day.
It is.
You know? The Grinch meal launched on December 2nd, but it's only available for a limited time. Are you going to run out and get us some of those fries?
Yes.
I think I will.
I looked on TikTok, and they have a special bag to where you can put I don't know if you can pull it up now. It just came up, but there's a bag. You put the fries in there, the salt, and you shake it up. And then you put it back in the carton, and it looks fun. And then the socks, I heard they're super comfy too.
That's so cute.
I'm so excited.
I love it.
I mean, there's this on top of the SpongeBob meal that came out. Everyone's coming out with a meal. It's great.
They call it the Grinch meal, but it's the gift that keeps giving, in my opinion.
This is the post-Grinchy Grinch. If that makes sense. Yeah. All right. Well, Bath & Body Works' biggest shopping event is finally here. The company's Candle Day gets underway today for all you candle lovers. That's all of us, right? During the event, you can choose the popular through-week candles for about $10. There are more than 180 scents people can choose from, and this sale has become a huge, huge retail moment, even a holiday in itself, pretty much. The company says last year's candle sales would have stretched 1,700 miles if lined up end to end.
Do you have a favorite smell?
So the one right now I have is Christmas Cabin. And it smells really, really good. It has like a piney wood taste. Or not taste, smell. I didn't taste it, I promise.
Don't eat your candles,
don't taste
kids.
it,
Don't eat those.
But that one smells really good. And then holiday season is a cinnamony smell to it.
I have a Christmas tree farm one, and then I always forget the name of this. It's like Fraser fir or balsam fir or something. It also smells like a Christmas tree.
See, there's another one today I saw. Not sure how true this is. I have to check out myself. But apparently, just today, they're coming out with like a pizza-scented candles, chips and salsa-scented flavor, like special scents. Again, not sure how true this is. I have to go check it out. But that's what I saw on TikTok. But, TikTok is TikTok.
TikTok is TikTok.
TikTok is TikTok.
All right, well, here are some of the fragrances that people can choose from. This one might catch your attention. Holiday Dill Light, maybe. It's a pickle-themed candle inspired by the holiday tradition. Some new scents include the Sunday Fun Day, which smells like desserts.
Okay.
And then the perfect pairing, it's unexpected food pairings like coffee and donuts. Okay, here it is. Coffee and donuts, chips and salsa, and popcorn and slushy. This year's Candle Day starts at 8 o'clock, so you got about 15 minutes. Online and in store, so that runs today, or runs from Friday, that is, through Sunday. So
better get out there.
Get out there pretty soon.
I don't know. I love chips and salsa. I'm not sure I want my candles to smell like it, but hey, I'll smell it.
You try it.
I'm gonna go sniffing.
That's gonna be my white elephant gift to Dana. Chips and salsa candle.
She's going sniffing.
Going sniffing. All right. Well, perfect shopping weather because it is indoors, and then you can use your candle indoors and enjoy the weather outside.
It all works out. It just all works out. And luckily we are free from any rain from right now we are free from any rain, at least for the most part. We do have a little bit of rain showers moving through just north of I-20 at this time, but check out what's going on in Oklahoma. We got some snow falling just south of the Oklahoma City metro. 1 to 2 inches, maybe even 3 inches of snow is going to be possible in some parts of Oklahoma for today. Luckily, we're not going to be getting in on any snowfall for today. We're much too warm for that, but temperatures still going to be pretty cold out there, and they are 43 degrees with a feels like temperature of 37 with that north-northeast wind of 12 miles per hour. Very dreary day. Today is definitely an indoor day. Or if you're heading out, definitely make sure to bring out that heavier jacket. And if you're staying inside, crank up that heat, get those blankets going. It's a good day. It's a good napping kind of weather day. 41 in Mount Pleasant, 41 in Gilmer. We also have 42 in Jacksonville, 45 in Crockett, and 44 degrees reported in Nacogdoches. Doesn't really get much better than that. We're only up to 45 degrees today. Northeast winds 5 to 15 miles per hour. A very dreary day, as I said before. Not really going to be seeing too much change for what we're seeing right now, except for a little bit more rain in the forecast for this afternoon. A weather impact alert is in place for the rain this afternoon, and we look to improve greatly as we head into the next few days. 51 for Friday, cloudy skies, then we'll start to see a little bit more sunshine for the weekend, and also some warmer temperatures. But the temperatures don't stop there. They go up even more. I'll show you what it looks like on your 7-day forecast.
This holiday season, CBS19 and the Children's Miracle Network are coming together for a cause that's close to our hearts. It's time for Merry Miracles. Help us bring joy to children in the hospital by purchasing a teddy bear or make a donation to help fund life-saving pediatric equipment and services. Scan the QR code on your screen or visit merry-miracles.com. Spread holiday cheer with CBS19 and the Children's Miracle Network. Together, we can make Merry Miracles happen.
The Merry Miracles just keep on coming for the Children's Miracle Network as we partner with them to help bring hope and joy to children this holiday season.
Yes, today's miracle is brought to us thanks to Larry Sauls and friends.
On behalf of all the children and the families that will benefit from this amazing generosity, we thank you, Larry, Sauls, and friends.
Our pleasure.
We thank you to all of the other donors and supporters that made this possible.
This is Larry's second year making Merry Miracles through the Children's Miracle Network. He and his donors gave $5,000 to fill Santa's workshop. The staff transformed this area into a toy store inside Christus Mother Frances Hospital. It allows children and their families who can't be home for the holidays to go pick up a toy like China did with the help of a child life specialist. That's a position that's funded through CMN, and they can't thank Larry Sauls and friends enough for making Merry Miracles.
I'm able to order $5,000 worth of toys for infants all the way up until teenagers, things that they'd be interested in, things that might cheer them up for the holiday season.
I was raised by a single mother, and I've been very fortunate and blessed in my lifetime to have a great truck sales career with Rush Truck Centers and great customers. And we started with $2,500 in a pickup truck, and now we do over $250,000 a year. Just not in toys, but in food distribution across the state of Texas. Our saying is, because it's the right thing to do, that is just kind of what we live by.
Larry's been in the giving business for over 20 years now, but says he can't do it without his generous partners, all who just want to bring joy to East Texans who need it most during the holidays.
And if you want to join us and be a Merry Miracle for a child spending the holidays in the hospital, just get the QR code and visit merry-miracles.com to donate, and every dollar stays right here in East Texas to help local kids and their families. All right, well, the holidays wouldn't be the same without music, whether it's classics or carols or upbeat pop hits or the songs that just make you nostalgic as the years go by. Those cozy evenings next to the Christmas tree or the fireplace. So we want to know, what is your favorite Christmas song?
I mean, I have a lot of them. I told you the Christmas song, you know, the one, the chestnuts roasting on an open fire. That one's definitely my favorite, but I like all of them. Anything Michael Bublé sings.
I was going to say Michael Bublé
edition.
Will get you in the mood for like a nice, chill fireplace.
Oh, and I love Mariah Carey's.
Oh, yeah. It's time.
Oh my goodness.
You didn't want to hear that from me. Oh my goodness.
All I want for Christmas is you. I love it.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you, one of my favorite ones between me and my sister when we were kids was the Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Oh man, that's a classic.
There you go.
I love
that one as a kid.
I love watching the movie.
Me too.
How did it go?
Christmas time is here. Time for toys and time for cheer.
Then the next part. All I want is playing that loops the loop. And a hula hoop that.
Loops the loop.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
We have some nostalgic moment. That's all we get.
Go to our Facebook page. We want to know your favorite Christmas song. We'll go listen to it later. That's all we do in the newsroom as we work.
We do.
That's right.
It's very calming.
Listen while we work.
All right.
That's right.
Well, hopefully you'll put on some Christmas music to get you in the mood for this cold weather, because it feels almost Christmas-like now.
I mean, just for now, too. I mean, temperatures, they're going to be going above average as we head into this weekend and really for next week. For right now, we just got to get through some rain chances. Until 5 o'clock is when we have this weather impact alert. Wet roads, cold temperatures. It's an indoor day, y'all. Definitely going to need those rain gear for sure if you decide to head out. Also, make sure to bundle up as well. Temperatures, they're not going to get much warmer than what they are right now. So we're only going to be in the 40s for this afternoon. Rain will start to pick up for the later half of this morning and persist into this afternoon. Could be pretty heavy at times. We would not be too surprised to see a couple of rumbles or hear a couple of rumbles of thunder with some of these showers and thunderstorms that roll through. But by and large here, mainly just dealing with light rain, and by this afternoon and evening, by around 6 o'clock, should be out of the picture, and we'll just be dealing with a mix of clouds and sun for the remainder of today, and partly cloudy skies through your Friday with temperatures a little bit warmer. We'll see temperatures in the upper 40s to low 50s, and it just keeps on going up from there. Rainfall likely will amount up to about 1/4 of an inch under some of the heaviest downpours, and that'll be well south of I-20. We're talking around Nacogdoches and Center, and even as far south as Lufkin and Groveton. So that's what we have as far as rainfall totals with this system. And then we are very dry as we go forward into the weekend and for the next several days after that. A very dry forecast, a drier than normal pattern and a warmer than normal pattern will be setting up over East Texas as we continue into the next several days here. Low to mid 40s for this afternoon, a cold and rainy afternoon, below average rainfall likely within the next 6 to 10 days. There's that below average and warmer than average pattern that's going to be moving through. Again, above average temperatures. We could potentially see temperatures pretty close to 70 degrees, not only for next Wednesday, but for next weekend as well. Also pretty pleasant for this weekend. Temperatures in the low 60s with mostly sunny skies.
All right, Joel, thanks so much. We're about to step away for a quick moment for over-the-air cut-in.
Yeah, stay with us. We'll be right back.
Good morning, y'all. I'm Jesus Martinez.
And I'm Dana Dixon. Thanks for being with us for this news update. The Merry Miracles just keep coming for the Children's Miracle Network as we partner with them to help bring hope and joy to children this holiday season. And today's miracle is brought to us thanks to Larry Sauls and friends. This is Larry's second year making Merry Miracles through the Children's Miracle Network. He and his donors gave $5,000 to fill Santa's workshop. The staff transformed the area into a toy store inside Christus Mother Frances Hospital. It allows children and their families who can't be home for the holidays to go pick up a toy, and they can't thank Larry Sells and friends enough for making Merry Miracles.
I was raised by a single mother, and I've been very fortunate and blessed in my lifetime to have a great truck sales career with Rush Truck Centers and great customers. And we started with $2,500 in a pickup truck, and now we do over $250,000 a year, just not in toys, but in food distribution across the state of Texas.
Larry's been in the giving business for over 20 years now, but says he can't do it without his generous partners, all who just want to bring joy to East Texans who need it most during the holidays.
And the hospital is also looking a little brighter outside thanks to a holiday tradition that brings out the kid out of all of us.
3, 2, 1. Lily, light that tree. Yay!
Easy peasy. The big Christmas tree was officially lit, and this year Miracle Child Lily Halifax that we told you about earlier this week had the honor of flipping that switch. Kids in Santa hats filled the air with carols. Third graders from St. Gregory Cathedral School performed, and families cheered as the lights came on. And hospital leaders also used this moment to bless the season, making it a night full of joy, music, and Christmas magic.
If you want to join us and be a Merry Miracle for a child spending the holidays in the hospital, just scan that QR code on your screen or visit merry-miracles.com to donate. Every dollar stays right here in East Texas to help local kids and their families.
All right, let's get a check on that forecast now with Joel. It's cloudy, cold, and dreary.
Yeah, we are weather impact alerting you to some rain that'll be moving in for the later half of this morning and persist all the way through this afternoon and should be tapering off by around 5 o'clock this evening. Wet roads, colder temperatures, it's not a good combo. If you do decide to head out, make sure you have that rain gear. Also, make sure you have some winter gear as well, because it will be pretty cold and pretty dreary outside. Again, those rain showers will start to pick up a little bit in coverage as we head into the later parts of this morning, and we'll see it become a little bit more organized for the early parts of this afternoon. Could have a couple of rumbles of thunder, but by and large here, we're looking at a pretty light and steady rain for this afternoon, and again, should be out of here by about 5 or 6 o'clock, and we'll just be kind of dealing with some passing clouds through your Friday, and we'll see those temperatures increase into the upper 40s to low 50s for Friday afternoon. For today, going to be pretty cold. Temperatures in the low to mid 40s. Your 7-day forecast shows better conditions heading into the weekend.
We're still in the Christmas spirit. The holiday shopping season is underway, and if you're looking to buy toys, I miss doing that.
Right.
My kids
Good
don't do
times.
toys anymore. The market can be confusing with all the choices and those age restrictions out there.
Yeah, but if you do have kids, parents, we made it easy for you. Jen Sullivan spoke to a toy expert about the most popular gifts for kids this year.
Walking down the aisle of any toy store can be overwhelming with all the choices on the shelves. So how can shoppers and Santa nail down the list?
Santa's sleigh is big, but he has to carry kid toys for all the kids, so be careful about what you ask for.
Toy expert Chris Byrne, known as the Toy Guy, says it's better to buy a few items that kids will really love, which may mean spending a little more on a single item. Byrne says Legos are always a great option. They even have some choices for kids as young as 2, like the Lego Duplo Interactive Adventure Train, which will cost you around $79.99. Byrne says interactive toys that offer various smart stages are a great option because the toy advances as the child's skills do, like the Fisher-Price Laugh and Learn 4-in-1 activity table and easel. Some retailers are selling it for $43 all the way up to $57, so compare prices.
It starts as a busy board, converts to a play table, a drawing table, and finally an easel.
Looking for something a little cuddlier? How about this? Coco the Tumbling Panda for about $55. A really popular item among kids this year is the Transformers Cyber World.
He actually converts from a Transformer to a Scorpion tank.
And of course, Labubu's.
Labubu is a fashion accessory. It is having a moment.
Byrne warns that shoppers should watch out for knockoffs and copycat versions.
Pop Mart is the only real source and the official licensee of that.
No matter the gift, buyers should always check the age guidelines on the toy.
That age grading is not so much about the child's development level, because every child is different, but it's also about what's safe and easy.
Byrne also recommends reading customer reviews. He also has more recommendations on his website, thetoyguy.com. For Consumer Watch, I'm Jen Sullivan.
All right, news before you head out this morning. A new law taking effect today is changing how some Texans access their health care. House Bill 25 allows ivermectin, a drug once at the center of COVID controversy, to be sold over the counter without a prescription. Supporters say the law expands medical freedom, while pharmacists emphasize the importance of educating patients on safe use. The medication is not FDA approved for treating viruses like COVID-19, but local pharmacies expect demand to rise as Texans gain easier access.
Just days after warning they might have to shut down the SPCA of East Texas, as the community may have just pulled them back from the brinks. Over $133,000 in donations were poured in just 48 hours, and leaders say that money covers the immediate shortfall and it keeps their doors open, caring for stray and surrendered animals. And they say the call to response is a sign of how strongly East Texans feel about pets. And while the donations will carry them into 2026, the shelter says the call for help continues.
And the city of Longview is postponing its annual Christmas parade due to potential bad weather. Originally set for tonight, it will now be held on December 9th at 6:30 p.m. Organizers want to make sure that the parade is safe and enjoyable for everyone while keeping that holiday spirit bright. Definitely feels like the holidays with the cold temperatures right now.
Yeah, very true. And you know, good news for December 9th so far. Should be pretty warm, actually warmer than average for that time of year. So that should be pretty good. Also very dry. That's pretty important as well. But for the next few days here, next 7 days, we got a weather impact alert for today until 5 o'clock. We're talking about some rain that'll continue on through the afternoon and should be wrapping up around 5 o'clock this evening. Then very dry over the next several days here. Temperatures also warming into the 60s for this weekend, with mostly sunny skies carrying all the way through your week next week. We got temperatures pretty close to 70 degrees on Wednesday, and that won't be the first time we actually try to get to 70. We could have another chance heading into next weekend as well.
Good times, good times.
Good times indeed.
It's the roller coaster. It's our weather roller coaster that we love to hop on and maybe hop off sometimes.
Yeah, exactly.
It is what it is sometimes.
It's quite a forecast.
We call that Texas.
We do.
Call that Texas.
All right, well, thanks so much for continuing your day with us here in Morning All on CBS 19 Plus. Make sure to catch the noon show coming up later today.
Yes, keep it here for the latest all day long. We hope you have a good morning and try to stay dry out there. And are you ready for this? Here's your countdown to Christmas.